This video is about the relationship between business and religion in Egypt. The questions I will be covering are: how does religion affect businesses in the country you have chosen? What are the two main issues faced by entrepreneurs in this country? And who are the main stakeholders that are affected? Egypt's population this year was around 99.37 million. Around 10% of the population practice religions such as Christianity and Judaism. The largest religion practiced in Egypt is Islam, estimating around 90% of the population, the largest sect being Sunnis. The first question I will be covering is: how does religion affect businesses in Egypt? The Sharia law is an Islamic law which is built from the Quran and the Hadith. It is practiced to stop people from committing the haram and follow the halal acts. There is severe punishment for disobeying the law, such as the chopping of the hand if someone is to steal someone else's property. Strict punishments such as this allow businesses to be more confident, knowing that no one can cause them harm without being punished for it. The Sharia law is very different from the civil law. Some differences include not being able to consume alcohol, not being able to partake in interest. Laws such as this can stop businesses from functioning correctly. For example, banks that make their money from interest will not be able to work in Egypt. Ramadan is another religious aspect that can affect businesses. Ramadan is the most sacred month in Islam. During this month, Muslims fast, abstain from pleasures, and pray to God. Ramadan can affect businesses such as food places because many of their customers will be fasting and abstaining from food. The productivity and performance for businesses can also drop due to the employees fasting and spending their holy month praying to God. The second question I will be covering is: what are the two main issues faced by entrepreneurs in this country? In 2017, Egypt was ranked at 128 out of 190 countries in the Ease of Doing Business report. The bad reputation for business persons in Egypt and the weakness of their contract enforcement are some of the issues that give Egypt such a low ranking. Entrepreneurship is unheard of in Egypt until very recently. The business world in Egypt has a very negative reputation due to the bad history with high number of scandals surrounding non-performing loans. Due to the bad reputation, the financial and moral support for entrepreneurs is lacking. Teamwork is also very uncommon in Egypt as every individual wants to achieve accomplishments on their own. Due to this, many businesses tend to work alone in small groups rather than collaborating with other profitable businesses. The contract agreements carried out in Egypt are also not followed in the right manner. Entrepreneurs are made to wait a long time to receive their licenses, and the information handed out to them is very limited. Contract agreements with suppliers is also not paid close attention to, as tight schedules such as deliveries and payments are delayed without valid reasoning. The last question is: who are the main stakeholders that are affected? I will now discuss how some stakeholders are affected during the Ramadan period. Employees are affected by Ramadan as they have very little work to do due to less sales being made by the business, especially at food places. This results to them receiving less salary, which can ultimately result to them getting a job elsewhere. Suppliers are also affected by Ramadan because businesses will not be ordering products from them if they cannot sell them off to the customers. Businesses will tend to buy less products from the suppliers, especially food places, meaning that there is less profit being made by the suppliers.